Ladies and gentlemen, this is an article that came out in Cincinnati.com. Just like they have fire extinguishers all over the place, now they're putting up what's called Naloxone boxes. And they're already in different states right now, but Cincinnati is getting ready to put them around their downtown area. I guess it has gotten so overwhelming that they need the public health. It's similar to, if you remember, Pennsylvania gave out free naloxone to the public a few months ago because they are overwhelmed. The police, the EMTs, and the fire department, they're overwhelmed by going out and making all of these calls for overdoses. So anytime they're getting the public involved, ladies and gentlemen, this is a clear indication of how bad it really, truly is. This is a bad situation. It is far worse than anything they've ever told you in articles. Every time I go through articles, I say take that number and quadruple it. That's probably the number of people that are dying every day. It's definitely not the lowball number they're giving us. They are really lowballing all of these numbers big time and not telling the public the real truth about what's happening. Everything is the excuse of, well, we don't want to cause a public panic. No, you're ashamed and you don't want to publish the real number. No, that's shame. Okay, so this came out February 4th, 2019. Ever see a life-saving defibrillator in a case on a wall? Surely you've seen a fire extinguisher. Soon you might be able to add this life-saving device to the list, a naloxone box. So I blew this up so you can see what it looks like. This is what's going to be on walls already out there in other states, but it's called emergency naloxone or Nalox box. And it's supposed to have 2 doses of naloxone along with instructions on how to use it. So in case you see someone overdosing out in public. So public health, anytime they're looking for public health, they're looking for that help because it's bad. It's extremely bad. The simple devices called anti-OD boxes containing 2 doses of the opioid overdose antidote, naloxone, and easy instructions on how to use the nasal spray will appear at various locations in downtown Cincinnati, possibly beginning as soon as this spring. The new effort to prevent overdose deaths is the creation of Claudia Rebola, graduate studies coordinator at the University of Cincinnati's College of Design, Architecture, Art, and Planning, and her students. It's more than a box with medicine inside to combat overdose deaths, she said. It's a way to empower people to take a role in the opioid plague. In other words, let's get the public involved because this thing has gotten far out of control. Rebola is no newbie to the idea. She helped start a similar program in Rhode Island. Brown University medical professor and emergency medical doctor. I guess that's Jeff Caprero, who'd seen a lot of overdoses, came up with the idea to make naloxone more accessible. Caprero worked with Rebola, who was at the time with the Rhode Island School of Design, the Rhode Island Health Department and Behavioral Health, and developmental disabilities and hospitals provided two $5,000 mini grants for the project, officials say. The first Naloxone box, as it's called there, was to fix to a wall in Rhode Island in the summer of 2017. Now there's about 55, Rebola said. Naloxone from the boxes has been used in at least a dozen, so they had a dozen times where they were able to save a life. The boxes are in libraries and health buildings, homeless shelters, government offices, including housing authorities and city halls. You can find them on the stairwells, behind main desk, in hallways, in community rooms, and lobbies, near mailboxes, and next to copy machines. In 2017, Rhode Island was among the top 10 states in the country for overdose deaths. In 2017, Ohio ranked second. Rebola was shocked when she heard of the depth of the overdose problem here. I couldn't believe it. It touched my heart, she said. She felt compelled to find a way the public could step up and help save lives. She received a grant for $5,000 from UC for the first waves of Naloxone boxes. Rebola said that UC's 1819 Innovation Hub is supporting further development of the program, which includes an educational campaign for the public. Downtown Cincinnati Inc. is partnering with Rebola in getting the boxes out. An outreach worker, Chico Lockhart, is scouting possible locations for up to 36 boxes in the general downtown area. As an outreach worker, I feel, why wouldn't we want to work together to save lives? Lockhart said. In Rhode Island, the Naloxone box has helped make the general public part of the effort to use the life-saving medication, Wendellkin said, and that was a goal from the start. We really want to kind of bring this out of the shadows, he said. So they are now putting these emergency boxes in cities, and believe me, this is going to spread around the country because they need the public's help at this point, because it is too much. I remember reading the articles 2 years ago when I started doing videos, and they were saying that they go out to the same person with naloxone multiple times in a week. That's pretty bad when you really think about it. And back then, they were talking about the majority of their calls were for drug overdose. Some of them were going out to 30 and 40 calls per day in the cities. That's a lot. That's taking a lot of time away from other things they can be doing. So their lives are literally tied up in reviving these people all day long. So I'm not surprised they would come up with something like this. That's why I told you when Pennsylvania was giving out the naloxone to the general public, it was going to spread. They're doing this in public. It's just in a different way, but they're still getting the public involved, which means, no matter how much they try to hide what the real true numbers are, this right here is telling you it is way worse than anything we can imagine. Way worse. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.